We're back. What's up, YouTube? My name is Shauna Karasi and welcome to my channel. It has been a while, a long while. So I'm back to show you how to create some clothes. So what we're gonna be getting into today is tie-dye. Tie-dye has been something really huge for the spring and summer, not only for women's wear, but for men's wear as well. So what I'm gonna be doing is showing you exactly how to tie-dye with a specific method that really makes the colors in your tie-dye piece very vibrant. And I'm also gonna be showing you how to kind of jazz it up, make it look a little different with a little flair to the top. So let's get started. Okay, so here's what you'll need. You'll need a tie-dye kit. Mine has a soda ash in it. Yours doesn't have to, but whatever you choose is fine. You'll also need a white t-shirt, a bowl, and ice cubes. Alright, so first things first, you're going to dump the contents of your soda ash in your bowl of water and kind of swish it around and make sure it's all, dissolved in that bowl. And then you're going to put your t-shirt in there and have it sit for maybe about 10 minutes and then wring your t-shirt out. Now we're going to gather the t-shirt to create the spiral style tie-dye. Okay, so just make sure that your t-shirt is tightly gathered and that the elastics are tightly wound around the t-shirt so that the color could evenly saturate the tee. Okay guys, so now I'm actually sprinkling the powder dye directly on the t-shirt instead of diluting the powder with water. The colors come out way more vibrant when it's the powder is directly placed on the tee. So yeah, I'm just following instructions from another YouTube channel and the tee comes out really nice. I've diluted the water with the powder in the past and the color had faded, over a couple washes. So just follow these instructions. Just put the colors in diagonally as I'm doing here. And then we're going to put some ice cubes on top and wait until they fully melted into the tee. I like to just leave the ice cubes on it and let it melt overnight. Alright, so we're just gonna let it sit. Alright, so after letting it sit overnight, now I've flipped the t-shirt and we're gonna go ahead and repeat the same steps for the other side. So this is the tie-dye spiral style. This is after I've washed and dried the t-shirt. So you see how vibrant the colors have come out. You barely see any white. You can wear your t-shirt just like this, or you can give it a little flair, and I'll show you how to do just that in these next steps. Alright, so in these next steps we're going to be adding some beads to the ends, just doing a whole bunch of stuff that you'll be able to follow. So these are all the things that you'll need. You'll need scissors, chalk, a ruler, some beads, and a tool to allow your beads to go through the strings that we're going to create as well. I'm just using 2 bobby pins here and I'll show you how to use them. Alright, so from under the armpit mark to the center front, use your ruler to create a diagonal line to the center front and then do the same thing on the other side. We're going to be cutting some 2-inch lines to that chalked mark along the center front as I'm doing here, and just cut along the front until you get to that center point, and make sure that the line is cut a little shorter at the center front, exactly the way that it is here. and you do it, continue to do it to the other side. So now that both front and back layer of the tee is cut, we're gonna go ahead and do a weaving technique to the front and back of the tee. I'm gonna start by stretching those pieces that I've cut. So I'm taking the first piece and I'm looping it through the next piece underneath. And I've slowed this clip down so you can see exactly what it is that I'm doing, because you're gonna be able to follow through what I'm doing better than I can explain it to you. So continue to watch the steps that I'm taking to weave these pieces together. So the loop that I have in my right hand, I'm setting up for the loop that I have in my left hand to go inside of it and loop and become the new loop in my right hand, as you can see. There we go. And then I continue that same pattern throughout the rest of the loops. If you have to replay this step over and over until you get it, please do. As you can see, I myself was struggling with this weaving technique. So take the time necessary to make sure you do it right. So what I'm doing in this step is I'm cutting the second last loop in place. So there's one other loop beside it, as you can see, and I'm gonna tie one of the pieces that I've cut to that loop and just loop it in, loop it under, and tie the two cut ends together. Alright, so now that the weaving is done front and back, we're gonna go ahead and cut the sides of the top half of the t-shirt to make a halter style. And as you can see, we've cut it from the bottom of the armhole to the top of the neckline. So now I'm gonna start cutting the sides of the t-shirt and then the center front to prepare to make the strings. And make sure that both sides of cut string are even and are of equal amount on both sides. I think I cut about 27 strings on each side. So just make sure that there's an even amount of string on both sides. Alright guys, so I've gathered all my beads together. Don't ask me how long this took for me to get all of them together, but I had to work with what I got. So I have 16 beads for each of these color groups, so it's going to be 8 for the front, 8 for the back. Alright guys, so we're going to be putting the beads on the strings in this step, and what I've done is just straightened out the bobby pin. So I'm going to be using that as a tool, and what I've done here is just I've put the bobby pin in the end tip of the fabric. You don't want too much fabric because you won't be able to get the bead through. So you just want that tip of fabric coming through the bead so that you can use a tool to feed it through. Alright guys, so in this step what I'm doing is I'm tying a knot around the last bead in this group so that when you start wearing it, your beads and all your hard work doesn't go to waste. Okay, so we're gonna knot it, and then just to seal it off and just make sure it's all secure, we're gonna put some super glue on the ends of that knot, just to make sure that it's all tied in place and doesn't loosen. Alright guys, so this is the final tee. Stick around to see how I put this top together with an outfit in the next clip.